website. Please note that you cannot clock in from the website. You must use a device to clock in first so that we can capture your GPS. So you would first log in to the app on a mobile device or a tablet and clock in from there. Then you can come to acp.alayacare.com and click sign in. You will want to enter your username and password. And then it will bring you to the home screen where you can see your shift for the day. You can scroll back and forth between the dates, but you want to chart on the day you are working and submit your notes that same day. It is policy. So to get to your shift for that day, you can click on your patient right here. You can see that I have already clocked in on my device because this is a bright green color. Click on more details, and then you will have it to where you can see what time you actually clocked in. Click on your service tasks, and then you're going to want to complete your form by clicking fill in. I will walk through this relatively quickly so that you guys can see. As you type in on the website, it does auto-save your form. You can also put comments in from this location as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just select some options. Status report. I won't go through all of this, but you can see the idea of how you will chart. You can also see the last note that was submitted for this patient. You can click in the drop down and see others that have been submitted as well. We can get through this one. And as you can see, you're just going to come down, answer your questions. Everything with an asterisk will not let you submit until it's answered, but all fields should be answered on this if applicable. Selecting if you worked more than 2 hours, and then making sure to put your vital signs. And this is the exact time that you clocked in or showed up to work. So this time must match your clock times, at least within that 6-minute time frame. We monitor this very closely and are making sure that our staff are clocking in and out on time and at the patient's home, which is why it's important you must clock in using a device before using the web. As you can see, it opens 2 tabs. So I'm just going to leave this one open, and then I'm going to go back to my other tab and start filling in my patient logs as well. And as you can see, it'll open up both forms in 2 different tabs. When you're done, you'll hit submit, and it will no longer say draft or fill in this location. It will then say submitted. You can also select your interventions located here. You can leave a comment for any interventions that you need to. And if you needed to add a form, you can also select form adding. Let's say you needed to add a physician's order form. You can click the add button and go ahead and add that order or form with the correct permissions. This is a test patient. If you needed to leave a visit note, you can come down here to view notes and add one in here. Let's say you submitted your form, but you ended up staying over 15 minutes. Stayed over 15 minutes from form due to patient requiring care. And put the time. So let's say I'm leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning. That is my end time. This shows up in visit verification, as well as checking the forms for times. When you're done with this, you still want to document your medications. So you can go into your patient's chart by clicking on your test patient. Over here, it'll have your caseload. And as you can see, you have a little bit more detail, a little bit more view of your patient's chart. You can also get to your shift here as well by clicking on this schedule and clicking more details. But we are going to go into the Care Delivery tab, which is where you will go to administer medications. You click on the Medications tab, and I am going to go ahead and administer this active medication, Tylenol. So as you can see, once you click on information, it takes you here. And when you click on administration history, it takes you here where you can then administer the med. I'm going to administer it here. It was missed at 8:30, but this is my 8:30 one that I'm going to give. And I can put my times here that I actually gave it at 8:33. I administered this. You can see you have your dose and your units and any comments you need to put in, and hit save. And as you can see, it shows that I administered this medication right here. You can go back to the EMR and it will show you, again, your medications that are timed and planned if they have been completed. You can filter down right here. Then to get back to the medication tab, you can then go and click medications again, and it will open up your medications if you need to administer anything else. That is how you document your shifts in the AlayaCare via the web version. Please remember, at the end of your shift, once you have submitted your forms, you can also check here if you have not looked in your shift under scheduling. You can click here and make sure that your forms are in, but a good way to double check is just to go to the client forms section, which is under care management. And if you unfilter everything, you'll see all of the forms that have been submitted for this patient. And you can see if yours are still in draft. If you click view, you can then open that form again. That's just another location. This is how you document via the web. If you have any questions, please contact your clinical supervisor. Please remember that if you use the web application, you must clock in on your cell phone or your tablet so that we may monitor the GPS. This is a requirement and policy of the company. Let us know if you have any questions.